Brexit latest, the pound has enjoyed a solid 2018 so far as government negotiators move toward clarity over the UK's future trading relationship with the EU. The so-called Brexit risks associated with the pound includes a potential rise in the Bank of England interest rates, have sent sterling rising 3.9% versus the dollar this quarter, its best performance since mid-2015. Against the euro, the pound has risen 1.4% since January, its best quarter since 2016. There are signs that optimism is beginning to return to the markets, with Viraj Patel, an FX strategist at ING in London, telling clients, the recent move higher is evidence of the pound's cheapness and the inverse relationship with Brexit uncertainty. In the absence of any sudden uptick in UK economic or political uncertainty, we expect sterling to continue on a path of recovery, with 3 to 5% appreciation in the trade-weighted index. Brexit latest, experts are relying on data, not hysteria on the whole. Brexit concerns have taken something of a backseat since last week, and I think markets are focused on data. Valentin Marinov, head of G10 FX strategy at Crédit Agricole. The pound is currently priced at 1.4069 against the dollar, a rise of 0.23% on the day so far. And Valentin Marinov, head of G10 FX strategy at Crédit Agricole, claims when Brexit hysteria dies down, the pound will get another boost as markets are more likely to respond to the available data. He said, on the whole, Brexit concerns have taken something of a backseat since last week, and I think markets are focused on data. Data on Thursday upgraded Britain's fourth quarter business investment to 0.3% from flat earlier. Fourth quarter GDP growth was left unrevised at 0.4%, while the current account deficit was revised down sharply. Mr. Marinov said he had a broadly positive outlook for the pound next quarter, particularly against perceived safe haven currencies such as the yen and Swiss franc, but he did not see it rising above $1.41. The news comes in sharp contrast to predictions from some of the world's top financial institutions made at the start of the year. Kit Jekes, a macro strategist from Societe Generale, predicted that the pound would end the year at 1.30 against the dollar, and a pathetic 0.98 against the euro. He told Business Insider UK, lots of bad news is priced in and lots of bad news is likely. We expect 3 years of real GDP growth below 1% in 2018 to 2020, averaging 0.8% per annum, about a quarter of the world's average growth rate. We expect the Bank of England's MPC to keep rates on hold through 2018 and, ultimately, to be forced into further easing, against a backdrop of tighter policy elsewhere. Even with sterling making new lows in trade-weighted terms, we see only the pound sterling to US dollar meandering in a 1.30 to 1.35 range for most of 2018. Banking giant Morgan Stanley also claimed at the start of the year that the pound would hit $1.24 by the fourth quarter. And BNP Paribas, Goldman Sachs and Credit Suisse made negative and, so far, hugely inaccurate predictions for the pound in 2018. However, in contrast, Joel Kruger, currency strategist from LMAX Exchange, cited an increasingly smooth path for the pound in 2018. He said, the UK economy has held up relatively well in the face of Brexit turbulence, and this, in conjunction with rising inflationary pressures, will keep the Bank of England moving forward with policy normalisation, resulting in attractive GBP yield differentials. Brexit negotiations are progressing, and while there will still be bumps along the way, the path forward should be increasingly smooth.